وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإن منهم لفريقا يلوون ألسنتهم بالكتاب لتحسبوه من الكتاب وما هو من الكتاب ويقولون هو من عند الله وما هو من عند الله ويقولون على الله الكذب وهم يعلمون ما كان لبشر أن يؤتيه الله الكتاب والحكم والنبوة ثم يقول للناس كونوا عبادا لي من دون الله ولكن كونوا ربانيين بما كنتم تعلمون الكتاب وبما كنتم تدرسون ولا يأمركم أن تتخذوا الملائكة والنبيين أربابا أيأمركم بالكفر بعد إذ أنتم مسلمون صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. So the loopholes and the drawbacks in the thinking of Ahlul Kitab, the people of the book, is going on, the discussion about it. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yesterday we read, yesterday night, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told, yesterday night or the night before it, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that these people are such that even in petty matters of the world, they are ready and willing to, na'uzubillah, do iftira upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is iftira? Proclaiming something that is from Allah which is not really from Allah. So telling a lie on behalf of, na'uzubillah, saying something that is not from Allah, lying in that regard. For example, they would do it in terms of when trusts are kept with them, they will keep them, na'uzubillah, out of their own greed, and then say, na'uzubillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told them to keep those and not return those, because the wealth of the mu'mineen is basically not to be returned. So here, another thing. وَإِنَّ مِنْهُمْ, and among them there is indeed a group. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about different groups among them. There is one group that is honest, most of them accepted Islam. Then there is another group who is so dishonest that they will actually, just like we said, say lies on behalf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then there is a group لَفَرِيقًا يَلْوُونَ أَلْسِنَتَهُم. Yalwoon, basically lawn, twisting. Yalwoon, they keep on twisting, they will twist their tongues. Alsinatahum, lisan is tongue, they will twist their tongues. Alsinatahum bil kitab, in the book, while reading the book. لِتَحْسَبُوهُ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ, so that you may think it to be from the book. وَمَا هُوَ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ, while it is not from the book. وَيَقُولُونَ هُوَ مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ, and not only that, but they will say that it is from Allah while it is not from Allah. وَيَقُولُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ الْكَذِبَ وَهُمْ يَعْلَمُونَ, and they tell lies about Allah and they know. They do it knowingly. So Hazrat al-Faseen have written that what will these people do? They will read the book in the words of the book, twist the words of the book, so that people would think that it resembles the book, the general language and the character of the book. So they will think that it is the book, while it is not from the book. This thing they will also do with the meanings of the book, that they will twist around the meanings of the book, and to make people think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means one thing while Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means another. Also, not only that, but they will make verbal claims that this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while it is not from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that they very easily attribute false things to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they do it knowingly, with their full knowledge. The next ayah, before reading it, the discussion is running in the background of the people of Najran, the delegation of Najran, the Christians who had come. When they were discussing, some Yahud and Nasara came and said, na'uzubillah, to the Prophet ﷺ, that do you want us? It is as if they na'uzubillah, wanted to project a bad image of the Prophet ﷺ by saying that do you want us that we should start worshipping you like we worship Isa alayhi salam. This is what you want actually, na'uzubillah. So the Prophet ﷺ said, na'uzubillah, how would that be? How would that be? I am saying quite the opposite. I am telling them, even them, to stop worshipping Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam and worship one and only Allah. Me and Isa alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam and Uzair alayhi salam, all of them are prophets of Allah. On this, to answer on behalf of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descended, gave this ayah. مَا كَانَ لِبَشَرٍ, it is not possible for a human being, أَن يُؤْتِيَهُ اللَّهُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحُكْمَ وَالنُّبُوَّةَ, it is not possible for a man that Allah gives him the book, the wisdom and the prophethood. Al-Kitab wal-Hukm wal-Nubuwah. Thumma, then, يَقُولُ لِلنَّاسِ كُونُوا عِبَادًا لِي مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. He starts saying to the people, become my worshippers, min dunillah, aside from Allah. Walakin, rather he would say, kunu rabbaniyin, become the men of your Rabb, become Rabbani, become the people of your Lord. Bima kuntum tuallimun al-kitab, as you have been teaching the book, wa bima kuntum tadrusun, and as have you been learning it. So what is the meaning here? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has in this ayat, as we've seen, have written that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, number one, answered on behalf of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number two, he has answered on behalf of all the prophets. Number three, he has falsified very clearly in absolute terms and very logically as well the claims of Sayyidina, the followers who would call themselves the followers of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, and they would say that Nauzubillah, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam actually told them to start worshipping. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying it is not possible for a human being that we make them a prophet, we give them the book, we give them the wisdom, we just don't leave it possible for them to start telling people that worship me instead of Allah. Why is that so? This, number one, proves the ismat of the prophets. Ismat basically means being free of sins. It comes to logical reason that prophets have to be free of sins. Because if, na'uzubillah, even the prophets are those who can falter at times, then there is no basis for deen remaining. Because anybody could claim that there is a chance that when the Prophet was saying such and such thing, na'uzubillah, he was making a sin or he was making a mistake, right? Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He makes someone prophet out of His perfect wisdom, He does not leave it possible for them to commit any sin. This is the way of making them a prophet. By way of them becoming a prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not leave it possible for them to commit any sins. The reason I told you, the logical reason is that so that they never commit sins, so that they may never be questioned, or their actions may never be questioned. So similar is the case of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, similar is the case of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You are na'uzubillah saying that he wants you to become worshippers of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself. It simply is not possible. The other thing is that when you say na'uzubillah that a prophet, he was given the book, he was given the prophethood, and later on he turned, you are basically saying that Allah is not Allah. Because Allah, being Allah, He has to have perfect knowledge. So you are saying that at the time that He was making them a prophet, na'uzubillah, He did not have perfect knowledge of the future. Right? This is what logically follows. When you're saying that Allah made somebody a prophet and na'uzubillah, He changed the teachings of Allah, then what are you saying? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not know what this person was going to do in the future, and He still made them a prophet. So it is simply not logically proven, not logically possible, and similarly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very clearly is saying here that we just don't leave it possible for them. What will they say? وَلَكِنْ كُونُوا رَبَّانِيِّينَ, they will tell you to become people of the Lord. بِمَا كُنْتُمْ, as said in the book, as you teach it in the book, and as you have been learning through it. وَلَا يَأْمُرَكُمْ أَن تَتَّخِذُوا الْمَلَائِكَةَ وَالنَّبِيِّينَ أَرْبَابًا, neither will He ever say, nor is it possible for Him to say or to tell you to hold the angels, al-malaika, tattakhidul malaika, wan nabiyyin, and the nabiyyin or the prophets, arbaba, as Rabbs, as Lords. Aya'murukum bil kufri ba'da id antum muslimun, shall He bid you to disbelieve after you having becoming Muslims? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is questioning in the form of negation, negating in the form of question, that it's just simply not possible. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, as-salatu was-salamu ala sayyidil mursalin. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.